Little mama, why you there so funky? What? Hey, mama, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, feeling great.
As you should. My brother
How are you?
Duke. I'm chilling, mama. I'm pleased.
Yo.
Duke.
You're pleased.
Yes, I'm always
Toria.
pleased.
Hi.
Hello. This time around.
Okay,
Time around. Ready? Set, go. What up, world? How you feeling? How you living? This your main man, Toria Terrell, aka Mr. Preppy Boy. And I'm in here with my brother Duke.
Yo.
I'm in here with my little sis Toria.
Hi.
And we are Preppy Boys World. You dig? Today we got a good show today. We got a plethora of things we're gonna talk about. Do y'all want
that word took you?
Huh? What'd you say, brother?
I said you're gonna use that word, huh?
Yeah. You're gonna use it.
You know? Come on with the big words.
Y'all know what we're talking about today?
Everything.
What are we talking about?
A lot of shit. We talking about Charlemagne the God.
Got to take that off his name now.
We talking about Charlemagne. We
dude.
talking about R. Kelly and his 19-minute song. We talk
the longest song. Is that the longest song ever?
Maybe. No. Lamb Chops. This is the song that doesn't end. I'm sorry. My bad.
I don't know if you might be right. I don't know if that song ends either.
It never ends. At least R. Kelly's ends after 19 minutes.
And 41 seconds.
And also, we're going to talk about 6ix9ine getting kidnapped and robbed. Man, that's crazy.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Allegedly. But we're gonna get it in with this Charlemagne, the dude. You know what I'm saying? Inform me on this, guys, because this is something that actually is new to me because I didn't even know anything about it. That's how I've been hiding under a rock for a while. So, enlighten us.
Toria, you want to take the lead on this one?
Okay.
Or?
I'll take the lead on this one.
Uh-oh.
So basically, it was a podcast.
Big mistake.
Stretch. Got to stretch.
Bum. Okay. So, it was this podcast that he did in 2015, 3 years ago. And he was talking about how him and his dudes were at this party and there was a chick there and they were like drinking. I guess they had some type of like X or some type of pills, popping pills and shit, whatever. They were getting high, doing do. So next thing you know, like, I guess the girl that he was with, he went to the store, to the sex shop, and he got, what is it called? It's
Spanish Fly.
Yeah, Spanish Fly.
Why do you know
he
this?
He got that for her. I looked it up because I didn't know what the fuck it was. But
it's an aphrodisiac.
Basically. Yes.
Yeah. So he got that. He put it in their drink or whatever. Next thing you know, they started doing a do. And then afterwards, he went to sleep, woke up. She's like, what happened? He was like, we had sex. And she's like, was it only with you? Was it a gang? And he was like, no, it was just me. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I'm glad it was you only. Or I'm glad it was you.
Wow.
And he went on to explain how while he was doing it, she was like out of it.
Unconscious. Basically.
Like, yeah, he's saying that she was up, but she wasn't aware of what exactly the fuck was happening, which is like, let's call it what it is, guys.
Rape.
It's rape.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, ain't no way a grown-ass man or however old he was at the time doing all that shit is gonna have sex with a woman that's unconscious. Like, what in your right mind says, oh, yeah, she's unconscious, but since she's moaning a little bit, so maybe she's like into it, let me just go ahead and get off real quick, and then,
Wow.
Yeah. And that's causing, obviously, a lot of controversy. People are calling him a rapist, and what the fuck is wrong with you? And he has addressed it, not officially in public, but there is another podcast that he did with a fellow YouTuber, and he addressed it saying, it was wrong. I accept all the turmoil that I'm getting. It was, it was quote unquote 3 years ago, and
the thing about Charlemagne that kind of like kills me. Like I hate people like that. Like they know they fucked up and they did something just terrible. And I say like Charles Barkley terrible. You know what I'm saying? Then they turn around like, hey, you stupid. And they say, hey, it's my fault. The blame is on me. Like that's going to get you out of the fire. Like, dude, you raped a young lady. No matter how long it was.
Yeah.
You raped a young girl,
True.
man. You know, and that what kids about Charlamagne. He's supposedly in his truths, and that's cool and everything. But dude, you full of shit. Like, I heard that he was talking to his wife and his daughter about it or something like that. I don't know how old his daughter is. I really don't know.
I think his wife called in. Actually,
okay.
Yeah, or no. Let me rephrase that. He called his wife on the show, on the radio station, and
wow.
I guess he explained, or they explained together, that basically when they first had sex, they were both drunk, and I guess it was supposed to be like a one-night stand type thing or something like that. But it was just like that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's like saying, okay, yeah, I shot somebody. Luckily they live, but they missing an arm or whatever, right? But me and my wife, I shot my wife and she's fine. She's not missing an arm, and she's my wife. It's like you still can't shoot people. You know what I'm saying? Like it just makes no sense why she would call it.
The damage is done. You can't sweep it under the rug, pretty much.
It's like the girl was 15 and he was 22.
Well, this was a different situation.
Oh, so this
is him being.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a whole different situation. What I'm talking.
Is this like some Bill Cosby type shit?
Well, no. This is something
now I'm confused because I thought.
No. This was a different situation. I'm not talking about Sorry, guys. Oh. This isn't the 15-year-old. This is a situation that happened prior to that.
Oh, so he's been doing this. So he's been.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So as far as the 15-year-old, that's what Duke's talking about. I'm talking about a different situation that he was in a podcast talking about him being at a party, got some Spanish fly shit, and talking about how she was basically unconscious, but he was saying that she was up, which I don't even understand how the fuck that happens, but yeah. So it's a bad record. It's a bad history.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a pattern. You basically making a pattern for yourself.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's bad, man.
Like how do you come back from all that? How does the Breakfast Club respond to that in the morning? Like I can't do a show with a dude knowing that dude you raped somebody and you say you can't, but we know you don't give a fuck.
Well, here's what he's been doing is because the girl, the 15-year-old, she did she's not 15 anymore, obviously, because that was like years ago. Right. But she did a podcast interview also. Well, I don't know if it was a podcast, but she did an interview with another radio personality who's pretty famous in the radio world. And basically, Charlamagne's team, lawyers or whatever, sent him a letter saying that he needed to take the video down, take the audio down, take the video down, all of that. And that's what he had to do because it was like, either that or he gets sued, basically. Right. But I mean, that's what Charlamagne's team is doing, is basically trying to sweep it under the rug. Get rid of it, man. Like get rid of all I won't say all the evidence, but at least get people from talking about it, at least her side from talking about it, because if he explains how it is, then it's like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if she gets involved, it's like, oh, well, that don't make sense now. Or it's just going to be back and forth, and then they're going to have to tell Charlamagne to step down or maybe worse.
It's out there now, so he's going to have to go to court eventually and all types of shit going to happen.
Grand jury.
Right.
Because,
they out of the court.
Yeah.
Damn.
Or do something. But it's bad, man. And then coming from him, it's like, dude, you've been spearheading all of this, like,
Me Too
R.
shit.
Kelly, Bill Cosby, Me Too.
Yeah.
Like, everything. everything when it comes to somebody getting raped or drugs or just anything. Right, you crucifying them. But when it comes to you, it's like, oh, let me explain. Nah, shouldn't work that way.
Wow. See, I ain't know nothing about all this. Damn.
Yeah, and nobody's really talking about it. It's only a few people bringing it up. Everybody else is just like hush. Because
it's Charlemagne and he's famous, and why would he do something like that? Of course not.
Yeah, I mean,
he costs. I don't understand the mindset of these people. Sometimes it's just like, okay.
He's costing a lot of people money.
Get your shit together.
If he gets fired.
All right, well, you know what? Well, who is he costing money besides the Breakfast Club and them and Puffy and them at Revolt and everything? I mean, I guess that's the reason why you listen to their show anyway, because of him.
Yeah, I mean, he's not the main reason. It's because but he's the voice of them, really. Angela Yee, she probably could go off and do other things because she's not one dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Like DJ Envy or something, but
that's crazy.
It's a radio station,
right?
So they would have to literally put somebody else in his place.
It's iHeart. Hell, fuck that. Put all three of us in this place. Shit. Fuck
Word.
You know what I'm saying? We'll take it.
I have no cases. I have no background.
Let's move to New York, y'all.
No controversial anything.
Besides that haircut you got, that's about it. But it's all good.
I'll deal with it.
Oh shit! Hashtag no records.
Right.
No records. That's right, y'all. Hashtag that. No records.
No records.
But speaking of records and all that, R. Kelly. R. Kelly and his 19-minute long song, I Admit It.
This nigga might as well he should have just did an album. If he would have did an album about 7 songs.
Not even an album, EP. EP is number 5, about 4 or 5 songs.
I would have did an album. Pay me for all this
shit
I'm not really talking about.
From what he's talking about in the song, he needs to get paid. He said he broke. Like, that's crazy. Like, this is R. Kelly. Like, he done wrote for Michael Jackson and Celine Dion and all these people.
Whitney Houston.
And like, when you sign a record label, I believe you get paid royalties for 90 years. So that's money on top of money. But I know he has like 23 lawyers he's paying. And he got like...
Yep, I was just about to say that. Like, well, look at all this poor shit he has coming up. That's where all this money's going.
Yeah, he got like four managers and whatnot. Like, R. Kelly spent a lot of money. And he says that a lot of stuff is not false. But, shit. I saw the tape. You saw the tape.
I definitely saw the tape.
I saw the tape a couple of times. I'm like, yo, that's you, my dude.
Yeah, that's definitely you, homie.
Yo, I seen your brother. And you and your brother look nothing alike.
Nothing alike.
You. That looks like you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a part of the song where he says a young lady in him is in a hotel room or something like that, and she asks him about Aaliyah, and my man says, and my man says, "Oh, I'm trying to find exactly where." Oh, she asks. She said, "What about Aaliyah?" He says, "I love you." She said, "What about the tape?" He said, "Hush."
That's what he was talking about. He was talking about Wendy Williams. Him and Wendy Williams.
They slept with each other?
No.
Oh, okay.
I only listened to, out of the 19 minutes, I think I listened to 10.
I listened to the whole thing, man.
I listened to
11 minutes, so I got right past.
Yeah, right at the 10, 11 minute mark, it's like the tone of it was like, I'm done.
Right.
But no.
It's like a trapped in the closet. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, worse. But he was But he was talking about Wendy Williams and how they were having a conversation, and Wendy Williams said, "Let's put the phones away, so that this is just between me and you." And so, she asked him about Aaliyah. He said that was love. Like, I was in love with her. She was in love with me.
Like
that's what he was saying. And then He asked about the